love that song.
I know. Can we play one more time? Just one more. I love it. You know.
We are playing it.
All right. You love it so much.
Where the truth don't sleep. AK and Cruz bringing talk that's deep. It's real, raw, no sugarcoat feast. Broadcast live with the beast of the east. Topics that hit from the block to the booth. No fluff, just fire and a dose of the truth. Cruising radio 1028. Tune in and vibe. Don't be late. Let's talk Tuesday. Come and ride the wave. AK and Cruz got the words to say. From 7:30 to 9:30 we go strong. Keep it Richmond real all night long. Let's talk Tuesday where the people speak. Cruising radio, we bring the heat. So lock in, lean back, get in your zone. AK and Cruz, the mics that blow. Politics, love, what's hot in the street. Culture, the grind, what makes us complete. Voices of the people, Richmond pride. AK drops gems, Cruz rise the vibe. It's not just a show, it's a movement real tight. Breaking down the noise, shedding truth and light. So every Tuesday night, don't miss the beat. Cruz Inc.'s live in the combos elite. Keep it real, keep it live. Voices rise, we testify. Keep it true, through and through. AK and Cruz, they talk for you. Yeah. Yeah, let's talk Tuesday, come and ride the wave. AK and Cruz got the words to say. From 7:30 to 9:30 we go strong.
Yes, what's up, everybody? Good evening, AK.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good.
Good.
It's Tuesday.
How was your Labor Day?
I worked throughout the whole weekend. So I did not have a day off. Not this particular holiday.
Not this one. When's the next one? Thanksgiving.
I think you're right.
Thanksgiving, I believe, is the next holiday. Man, we got a nice little drop.
We ain't off for Halloween, so that's not it.
Nope, that's not it. You're right.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So this is the 9th month. In fact, this is the second day of the 9th month. Welcome to September. And so we got to go all the way, almost 2 months and 27 days, if my math adds up, before we get another day off. But you know what? We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it do what it do.
You know, normally it's a family who always book on Thanksgiving Day. Here.
Right.
So yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. Anyway, but I hope that you guys had a great Thanksgiving out there, and that we certainly appreciate you all joining us tonight. But you know what we want to do is make sure we pay these bills first, because again, we certainly appreciate our sponsors, which is the G Law Firm. And as we always say, if you've been injured and it's no fault of your own, make sure you contact the G Law Firm. Why? Because they're reliable, relentless, and they have a great reputation. Their attorneys have been involved in accidents themselves, so they know what to expect. They know what the attorneys for the insurance company will do. They know what the adjusters will try to do. So make sure you're getting a fair settlement, a fair assessment of your injuries, not to count at the time that you're going to be off, the bills that are going to continue to
Mhm.
roll in. So don't be so quick to talk to the adjusters because they want you to settle fast so they can not pay you what your case is worth. And that's what you're going to find out with the G Law firm once you call for that initial consultation and they do their research and all the things that they need to do to find out the facts about your particular case. 804-226-4111. 804-22, I said that in my sleep, now 226-4111, the G Law Firm. That's who we use. I don't know about you, but highly recommend.
That's what we use.
That's right. That's who we use. Those brothers. Oh,
That's
man.
where I work. That's what we use.
We certainly appreciate them sponsoring us. And also,
Oh,
venue, AK 1 and 2. Certainly appreciate you as an entrepreneur and minority business owner for opening up your space for us to have a place and we don't have to sit outdoors and do this on Bell Boulevard.
You stupid. You are stupid. All right, so before we get into the show, we have November the 8th.
Okay.
November the 8th is Buku and recording artist Fee Blue. His Heart and Soul concert will be here at Venue AK 1
Nice.
and 2. So it's going to be an amazing show. Some special guests is going to be here. So come up. You got to get your tickets. Get your tickets. It's going to be the show of Richmond. It's going to be the show. You got two amazing artists. And a lot of people that I know Buku. A lot of people that I know who's never seen Fee Blue, you get ready. Get ready.
Yeah.
Okay?
She is.
She's good.
She's good. Absolutely. I'll sign in on that one. I'll co-sign on that. Myself.
Yeah. November 8th. Get your tickets. You can call me. There's a lot of tickets in the street right now. So get your tickets because once we sell a certain amount, we're not selling another one. So it is I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And I believe every single one of them are in the street as we speak.
You put your phone number out there?
I don't know my number. It's all across social media. 804-874-6881.
Call her.
Call us, get your tickets for the show. It's a show you may not want to miss.
Y'all don't want to miss it.
May not want to miss it.
Don't want to miss it. And both of them are excellent performers and they're going to put on a fantastic show. So make sure you get those tickets. You don't want to be standing on outside or talking about, oh man, you hear about it. Then you know how people do like, oh, I heard it was a great show. I should have came. You heard about it early, and often. So we're going to be talking about that time and time again. But yeah, man. So make sure you get those tickets. Also, I want to say shout out to the East High alumni. That's why I'm rocking this shirt. You hear a lot of negative things about Memphis all the time, but this school is one of the top tier schools in the state of Tennessee, and that's a great accomplishment in terms of academics. A lot of times, we reign in sports and stuff like that. That's all you get the attention on. But in terms of academics, so shout out to the students at Mustang Nation. Peace to you all. Keep doing what you're doing. And some of these kids, we focus so much on AK. I know we're gonna get started on our subject, but we focus so much sometimes on the kids that are not doing what they should be doing. And there are a lot of kids, a lot of young adults out here that are doing some amazing things. So shout out to them. Shout out. Definitely shout out. So I know you last week I did all the talking. And,
you did all the talking last week. I was here.
I know you were here. You engaged, but I was really, I was like, I look back.
When you on your role, I let it be. It just is what it is.
Yeah, but we have a great time. We had a great time. And I'm saying we're going to have a great time tonight because I'm ready. I heard some things and I'm ready.
Well, yeah, I don't even know what to call this particular topic.
You don't know what to call? Let's see. I think I came up with one.
Oh, you did? Did you put it out?
I heard. Yeah, I heard. Let me put it up on here, right there. Let's see what it says. Come on, scrolling across and let me go back. So I came up and said, "Are men truly men in this society. There's still gentlemen in this society.
Yeah, because let me tell you what I witnessed yesterday.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm out in this park yesterday, and this lady had a pop-up tent.
Mm-hmm.
And not the tent, it's not the pop-up tent where you got to walk the legs out. It was literally once you open it up, it pops up automatic into like a 10 by 10.
Wow. Okay.
It's amazing, right? So she got it up and she was struggling a little bit with it. And, it caught my eye. And I asked these two guys, I said, go over and, maybe try to help this lady out.
Mm-hmm.
Them things sitting there like, the hell you asking me for? Kind of thing. Not moving. And then when they decided to move like turtles, you know what I'm saying? And you can clearly see this lady is struggling.
Okay.
So we get into a little tit-tat back and forth because eventually they went over, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then another guy kind of, got there before they got there, which if they had moved when they saw it, like
Right.
when I saw it and they saw it, they didn't do that. This was running, the mouth is running, little tit-tat, whatever, being said. And I'm like, let me find out that you two knuckleheads will see a woman struggling and won't help. Let me find out. Because that shit didn't make no sense to me. It made no sense to me whatsoever to sit and watch a woman struggle like that outside and did not. And they just actually didn't want to freaking move.
Can I ask a question?
What the freaking is this?
Can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
What she look like?
She was just a middle-aged woman. What the hell they got to do with anything?
Did she have a body?
No,
was
she was an older woman.
Oh, so
Probably could be our mama. Damn near.
Oh,
Yeah.
our mama. Okay. Well,
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean no harm, but that, because it was an older woman, that just should have been like, oh, let me do this because that could be my mom's struggle. But the theory is most times is that attractive women are going to get more help than unattractive women or women without a body.
What the flim flam they got to do with a woman and you see her struggling? The damn wind was taking the temp, is flipping over. She couldn't get the damn thing straight. What they got to do with anything? I don't care rat's ass what the woman looked like.
Well,
she needed help. And these two knuckleheads would sit there smirking, looking at me crazy. And I'm like, you know something? There's some trifling stuff that both of y'all doing right now. Both of you. Trifling.
And, if these were younger guys, like in their teens up to, I say even 30, I would say this is probably lack of proper training and understanding, as a man, what your responsibility is. But if I'm not mistaken, these are like older cats, right?
Yeah. You ain't no young cat.
Okay.
They know better. I thought.
Okay.
They knew better.
I'm glad you prefaced that because, what we think sometimes some people know or do are not always what they do are.
All I know is I'm glad I ain't married to neither one of them knuckleheads.
Oh,
Because this will be a whole freaking situation for me.
right. Okay.
A whole situation. So my thing is, do either one of them knuckleheads that I saw yesterday, you got a woman in the car, you letting her pump your damn gas?
Ooh.
Is she pumping the gas? Do you get your little raggedy behind out and pump the damn gas? Which one is?
I've seen that situation where the female not only gets out the car,
Not doing none of that.
she gets out, go pay for the gas. He's sitting there watching, playing with his phone, and she come back and she pump the gas.
Mm-mm.
I'm like,
Not happening.
when do we start doing that?
Not happening.
So let's go a little deep into the AK. Is that, from a woman's opinion, how do you get
Disrespectful. Oh, I thought you were asking me another whole question. Disrespectful.
Okay, we'll deal with that first. Right? When you see that, automatically in your mind, that is totally disrespectful.
Yeah. I told both of them yesterday. I said, y'all just gave me a topic for Let's Talk Tuesday. Thank you. I appreciate it.
So my question is, and I hopefully by the way, I'm on the Let's Talk Tuesday page, and I can see comments. So if you got a comment, make sure you put those on there. But my question was, how do women even put themselves in positions to deal with guys like that that don't have common courtesy?
That's a good question. That's a good question. I'm glad I ain't never date one like that.
You never dated a dude that didn't open the door, car doors?
I mean, just didn't have common courtesy.
Okay.
Is what I'm saying.
Gotcha. Is there a thing of the past now where guys are, not, opening doors, or is it still one of those things where women don't care when a guy opens the door or not?
Say it again.
I say, is it, this is something like a relic, a thing in the past, or is that women have gotten to a point where they really don't care whether a guy opens the door for them or not?
What do you mean women don't care?
I'm asking.
Of course women care.
You think?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
And
go.
some of them probably not used to it.
Okay.
So when it happens, they probably look about sideways, like, well, damn, okay, thank you.
Maybe will.
I'm sure a lot of women are probably not used to it, and I'm sure a lot of women are used to it, and that's just how it's going to be in their house anyway.
I want to be hypothetical. That's good. I'm glad you said in that house.
Yeah, in that house.
My next question is, what level of responsibility do single women have for the sons that the sons that they have and they grow up to be men like that?
What now?
What level?
Well, I feel like I'm being questioned today.
No.
What?
No, I'm just laying that because this is not pointing to you. I'm talking about women.
No, I ain't got chico child. Go ahead.
What level of responsibility does a single female mother have in the way that her son comes up and becomes one of these inconsiderate men?
What I guess you tapped on this because she's a single mom.
Well, I did that, yeah. I mean, hopefully, if both parents are in the household, that there has been some parenting conversations about how we're gonna raise Junior.
But I'm telling you, there's some single moms that's raised some amazing men.
Of course.
To be great men, respectful men.
Absolutely. And I would say that's a given because thank God my mom, rest in peace. She was a single mom and she happened to raise two boys.
Mm-hmm.
And, we talked about this before, my demeanor and my brother's demeanor, they're totally different. And what I do, I am who I am. I'm going to open doors. I'm going to, like I said, if I see somebody, especially in that situation, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to try to help the lady, regardless of what she look like. Probably if she got on Daisy Dukes or whatever, I'm not going because that's a sign of trouble right there. So I'm more likely to help the grandmother, help the homeless.
Well, first of all, help is help. If she needs help, it's help. I don't care what she got on. If help is help.
Look,
so you just gonna let some woman struggle even though she got Daisy? She came out the house that way for whatever reason.
Okay.
But if you see her literally struggling with something, let's say if she got a couple of grocery bags and her keys fall and she's trying to bend down, get the keys, and jack the groceries, and you gonna tell me you just want to go over and just pick the keys up and just hand her the keys and just keep moving?
It's gonna be quick. It's gonna be quick. I'm telling you. I'm gonna grab them keys. Here you go, ma'am, and I'm out. Yeah.
Any need for a conversation, but I'm just saying.
No, but sometimes you saw next Friday, right, when Miss Jackson was watering the grass and everything. So there are situations where that can be awfully dangerous. Ask the preacher that went over there. But here's a serious point. I'm probably gonna get in trouble with this one, but that's generally what I do anyway. I venture to say that some of the behavior of the young men that we see now can be contributed to how mothers coddled them, didn't want them to do anything, and then make them open doors for them. And I remember this like it was yesterday. My mom was going into like a store, and she stopped. She stood there until she didn't say a word until the light went on oh, I need to open this door.
Mm.
And from then on, you know, that's just me. And you know, sometimes we laugh and fight, but I'm running to I'm trying to open the door, because I'm seeing that instance with my mom.
Mm.
You know, she wasn't gonna touch that door, and so a lot of women, not a lot, let me say, a large percentage of women are not instilling that in their sons, because that's the first place where a man can find out how to treat a woman is how he treats his mom. Now, if you treat your mom in a kind of way, you just a
Mhm.
piss poor person
Mhm.
altogether. So yeah, that was my point. And then when a man is in a single woman's life, and that man is trying to bring that boy up, then
Yeah.
you get a lot of resistance in that, and then you get what you get by seeing guys that don't open doors. We was here Sunday. Young cat went out the door. An elderly gentleman was trying to come in the door. He damn near knocked the man down.
See?
I'm like, come on, let's see.
See?
And then the women, it was three women right in front of the man. He barely let the women in because he was standing. You know how high doors are made. He's standing in the door instead of moving back to the side, open the door, let them do. He tried to go out at the same time the ladies that trying to come in, and these are right.
He ain't used to nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I bet you go back and I mean no harm. Bet you go back and look at his house that he grew up in his relationship with his mom. Did his mom tell him, Xavier, you better not go out that damn door, or you better wait till I get through this door.
Mm-hmm.
And we seeing this time and time again. And somewhere along the line, we got to go back to where men are teaching men and boys how to be men. And on the flip side of that, women are teaching young girls and young women how to be women. Because some of y'all, I had to come with some shenanigans tonight. Some of y'all take being independent too far. To the point where the dude trying to open the door. I don't need you to open the door. Shut up. Let the man open the door.
Oh, I ain't saying that.
Well, yeah.
Hell with that.
But again, I always told
Most
you.
of the damn doors we go through is heavy as hell anyway. No, I ain't trying. No, you can open the door. I'm good with that.
Well, and that's again where if young women would listen, that's why you need to have an all female show where they're all mature women and you all just talk about expectations as real women. I ain't talking about these half cocked women that don't know what they're expecting, and that's the problem, AK, in my opinion.
And it's a problem.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to continue to be a problem. But then you have these as you put, single moms who really don't know how to raise that boy because she ain't never been even handled that way. So she don't even know what to do with this boy. And the dad is not.
Yeah.
And which is sad.
We got a generation of perpetual behavior that's negative. And then we get upset, especially Black people, when we get stereotyped. Yeah, not all Black people are saying, not all white folks do what they're supposed to do. But, we see more shenanigans, more foolishness out of, unfortunately, our young people. But our young people ain't killing up schools either.
Right.
So, that goes both ways. I want to be objective and say that. But there was a time, again, and I don't like that. You know how Oppo, you said there was a time? I'm sitting here saying that now. But it's true. It's so freaking true. What about when you go to a restaurant? Do you expect for that man to pull out that chair?
I've had some that do and some that haven't.
Uh-huh.
I don't trip on it too much.
Okay.
But it is a great gesture when it's done. But there are some guys I think just don't know.
Okay.
I just think they just don't know. So you standing there waiting for like pull a chair, you can be standing there for a minute unless you're gonna say, "Look, damn, are you gonna get the chair or what?" But I just think a lot of guys don't know, and there are guys who do know.
I want to go to our audience again. Appreciate you. See you out there, Big Wheel. Is it part of your personality to do these things, like I said, these kind gestures, these considerate things, And then how do we as black men go back and rein our young men back in and say, look, I don't know where you all got off the banana boat at, but let us help you to
That's a
understand,
good point.
you know. And then
That's a good point.
we need our women saying, young lady, this is what you should be expecting from somebody that says they love you, you know, and not just saying they love you when they try to get between your legs, you know. We gotta have some real conversations, okay? We have sugarcoated a lot of stuff. We we look at everything and the behavior of these kids when they run around acting wild, swinging on stuff, running up and down stairs. We see that too often. And the mothers are sitting there. You see them running up and down the steps, about to fall over the banister, and you just looking. Boy, you better get down. Ain't nothing funny, but go grab that little nappy head rascal.
We had some hard head Sunday boy.
Yeah.
Woo, so hard. I love the family. Just as kind as they want to be, but these were some of the most hard headed kids ever.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I almost feel bad for these parents because they're trying to correct them at some point, and this child is not paying absolutely no attention. What the heck you do with that?
You started at home.
Yeah.
You started at home. There's nowhere in the world we're gonna go anywhere and we're gonna be running up and down on. You better not even look like you want to run. Run if you want to.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
You're gonna get embarrassed right where you are. And then when you get home, you're subject to get another beat down.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Man. Get y'all baby kids.
But it starts at home, Cruz. It has to start at home. And the parents gotta start really being parents and stop acting like the kids.
True.
So when you joke and play with your children all the time, they remember all this. And they're acting accordingly.
And in their minds, they don't know how to where the line of demarcation is. They think it's mama accepted this as student home, and so when I go out in public, and all of a sudden you embarrassed because you have no control. I guess not. You didn't try to set some boundaries at home. You let them jump all over your sofa and everything, and bounce from one sofa to the chair and just zipping through the house like the road runner or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
I mean, she put your foot up on the chair if you want to in the house.
Right.
You can get that foot knocked all the way off.
Exactly. And it would be the stare. Our parents didn't say a whole lot. They look over there and if they're wearing glasses, let the glasses down.
Exactly.
You already know.
Exactly.
Big Will said, when I grew up, opening doors for a lady was standard. I like that word. It was standard. Guys would laugh and criticize you if you didn't know what to do. You're absolutely right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What?
Back in the day, if you didn't do that, the guys would talk about you, man. Oh man, you ain't gonna never get along because you don't know what to do. And when you walking down the street, if you were not on the outside of that woman,
right?
Yeah. It's like either he don't know or he's stupid, and they would, and a lot of females are like, I'm not gonna mess with him because I see how he walking with her, or I see how she deal with him. But now it seems like a magnet. Y'all get not y'all, but some of you ladies get attracted to food.
Okay.
I got to call like it is.
Yeah, you probably got a point there.
Yeah, it's like you don't want to be, I guess, with the dude that's doing everything he's supposed to do.
Right.
But you got to do with the one that got his pants hanging down. He walking sideways. And let me tell y'all something. Some of you young cats, when you get older, and y'all, because you had your pants down, you walking sideways, that is going to become where your body is going to adapt to that. And you're going to look real stupid as an old man switching from side to side. Yeah. We don't talk about this. We don't really teach this. And part of it is because you're subject to get cussed out.
Right.
Like the little boy, he wanted to say something yesterday, I'm sure. When we told him, hey, you can't be doing this. Remember? He kind of gritted up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to get choked up. You're in somebody else's house acting like food. You might get choked up in here yesterday.
And he was the ringleader. They can wait for him to start. All the rest of
Yeah.
everybody that came in,
Following the leader.
they followed him.
Yep.
And so we have some issues. Real freaking live issues. All right, so the question is, are there still gentlemen in society? You still
And they
think
are. So, yeah.
you think there's some?
I believe that, but there's a lot that's not. And all you married women that know you ain't got one, y'all better get it together. Dating them, you better get it together.
So as another question, you hear a lot of women say, I don't want to raise I don't want to raise no man or something like that.
Mhm.
Is that
And that's fine, but I'm just telling you how you're not going to treat me
okay?
and how you're going to treat me. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I don't care what your mama didn't tell you, what your daddy didn't show you.
Right.
All I'm saying is what you're not going to be doing over here with AK. All right. And what you're going to be doing over here with AK.
Right. So you're gonna set
All I'm
some
saying,
standards and
from the
boundaries.
beginning.
Right.
From the beginning, first conversation, second conversation.
Mhm.
Damn it, it ain't gonna be a third one. It's gonna get in that first and second conversation. And you want to roll with it, you can. If you don't buy,
Right.
you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to. Nobody's gonna make you do anything you don't want to do. But I just know how you're not gonna treat me,
Right.
what you're gonna do and what you're not gonna do.
Yeah.
So let's get those boundaries
Yeah.
in place.
And again, I talk to a lot of school teachers, school administrators, and they talk about the lack of control and discipline and stuff. And when these kids get to school,
Mhm.
that they are expected to do the parenting job,
Mm-hmm.
and that's not
Mhm.
fair to the administrators and teachers. It's not fair to the students. Teach your child at home. And here's the problem: we used to have grandmothers. Now I don't know what they want to be G-mom and they want to be all these other things.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
fabulous G. And I guess because our grandmothers are a lot younger now or something.
The grandmas are younger, trying to act like the kids.
Yeah.
And it's just coming from one generation, it's just trickling it down, and no one knows anybody.
I was talking to somebody this weekend, and they used a word that I hadn't heard in a while, having coop. You ever heard of that?
Yeah.
Yeah. She said when she was growing up, her mom said, always have coop. Break that down for us, AK. Because I know you know.
I mean, you hear a lot. I mean, that word is probably never going to go away. When you have people all out in public and loud and whatever, and you go, no coup for door. Just
Right.
none.
Exactly.
Because they're just acting like fool out in public.
Yeah.
And they know that. But that's some folks that I've seen that happen where thinking they have something and they just all of a sudden they just start wilding out and don't even care at that time.
Yeah, and that's not cool.
No, it's not. But
We've made it, for some reason, we've made that type of behavior acceptable and cool.
Yeah.
I hate to see, if you're in your group and it's a bunch of ladies talking to you all, got to get a little boisterous and whatever, that's one thing. But somebody that's just loud for no reason, just carrying on, and trying to get attention, that is butterball, but ugly.
yeah, that's the key word you said, trying to get attention, because that's what I think it is.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. Trying to get attention.
And all attention is not good, not good attention, because here's what I tell, and I told my daughter this, I said, you have to be careful what type of attention that you give a man, because, just like a billboard, what you are displaying is what we read. And so if you're displaying a certain type of behavior, you're sending a certain type of signal, guess what? Your intentions may not be to be in that lane, but you're sending that type of signal. And so most guys are going to move based on the vibe that they get off of you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're throwing that type of vibe and the dude come at you sideways,
Yep.
don't get pissed. So now think about, what did I do anything to contribute to it? Now, if you minding your business, you being cool, you doing all that, and then you got a fool come and approach you like a fool,
Right.
then he a fool.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's just fool.
Right. But
Yeah.
if you out there being loud, wild, and all that kind of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
guys automatically assume this is a loose woman, as they used to say back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she's a loose woman. So we got to teach our daughters, to respect themselves. Ever since I've known you, you always talk about know your worth. Know your worth.
Yeah. Yeah, you got it. I'm too old at this point. I've been saying that for a while now. I'm just too old to just. I'm just gonna live in peace at this point. The rest of these days are mine.
Right.
I'm just gonna live in peace. I just don't want the chaos. And it can be stressful, and I don't want to live a stressful life
Right.
with anybody,
Exactly.
nobody, not a soul. I just don't want to be in any kind of stressful relationship. Just nothing. Just nothing.
You're right. I saw something on IG and that kind of relate to it. I got more years behind me than I have in front of me. And so the years that I have left in front of me, you're right. I want peace.
Mm-hmm.
I want, joy.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to live my life without all the drama and the stress.
Gotta say that.
And anybody that's hit this century mark and above should want that. Because you're at that age now where, you're thinking about, okay, retirement. You're thinking about enjoying life and having some of your bills paid off, some of your debt paid off, so you can start to really enjoy things. Yeah, I agree with you. There are some gentlemen that are still left, and then I had another little thing I caught off of. I wanted to talk about with something along the line of where you were with this AK, because you brought this up. I see some comments here. Okay, Big Wheel. Yeah, Big Wheel said, yep, you be joked on for if you in junior high doing some stupid stuff like that, you carried it all the way to high school.
I didn't know that. I didn't know guys talk,
Yeah, they sure will. They would rag you. And again, it was the standard, And I'll tell you something else that we didn't have. You had some bullies, but you didn't have a lot of bullies like we have now. Everybody wants to be bad. And there's two places bad people end up, either dead or in jail. And so understand, I don't say this to the guys, the same thing that AK telling women, you got to know your worth as well. You really do, because if you don't know who you are, the kings that you are, then you're going to act like, what society says that you are. And the way this administration is going, they're already showing you every day what they think about it, especially black men, and more so our black women. They cannot stand the fact that black women are more educated, highly motivated, and more successful than they are. And it's the good old boys down in Alabama, Tennessee, and Mississippi that are saying, look, all you guys that we send into Washington, we need you all to put some things in place, because these women, these black women, that's not what they said, need to be put in check because they're getting too powerful. But the very one that they point to is Jasmine Sullivan.
Yeah. You don't want to reckon with this chick, man. She's going in on the pain on your tail. And that's not the one to pick a battle with.
And they, I'm sure those men know that, and that's why they're trying to undermine everything that she's doing, because they can't debate with her. That's true. Yeah. In fact, most of them can debate with nobody. So they're gonna try to undermine what she's doing, but she's gonna be the poster child of
Mhm.
what they're saying. This is why we need to make America great again, is because we didn't have these type of women all loud and out of control and uh, leading up to my next point here. Are women too independent?
Nothing wrong with independent women. Absolutely nothing. We all we got. We all we got. So there's things that we don't have to do by our own, by ourselves, by ourselves. It's just things that we don't have to do and take care of. And sometimes we gotta be the man and the woman in the house. It just is what it is. Can't
And
always pick that phone up to make a phone call.
okay, now if you're a single woman, that makes total sense.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're a married woman, you will you will hope that you have somebody in that household
Right?
that understands their role.
Yeah.
And that they take that role and not abuse the role,
Mhm.
because some men can get very controlling, and that's not how God wants us to operate within our marriages. There should be communications,
Mm-hmm.
understanding, and some compromise. And there's some things that, ladies, there's no compromise when it comes to the head of the house. And fellas, just because you're a male and wear the pants, don't make you the head of the house. Let that one sink in for me.
You better elaborate. They think they're the head of the house all the time.
Well, what I mean by that is that actions speak louder than words. I can beat my chest all day long like a silverback gorilla. But if I am not going out here and getting the bananas, not saying you got to get all the bananas, but going to get some bananas and bringing it back. How can I say? And I know some people are going to say, well, the scripture says, that a head of man is that man is the head of the woman, Christ is the head of the man, and God is the head of Christ. But that is in the spiritual realm of doing everything that you're supposed to be doing
Right.
as a man. If you're not leading your wife spiritually, you already negated yourself as a man. If you're not following Christ, you negated that role as a man.
Okay.
All that ties in together. And so we want to beat our chest and say automatically we're the men. No, you're not. We got roles to play. We got things to do that contribute to the family. And if we're not doing these things according to the structure of God, people don't like to talk about God now, but just understand that this is why households are so jacked up in so many different ways now. Because we got roles reversed. We got men that don't know what to do. We got women that don't know how to be wives.
Ooh.
I might need to get some water on now. Here, we got men that don't know how to be husbands. So I'm playing this cross board, and we got women that don't know how to be wives. Part of being a wife is help to manage that household.
Mhm.
And if you got chaos going on in that household, where's it coming from? If he's creating the chaos, then you better pray for that rascal. Pray hard for him. But if she's creating the chaos, you still need to pray that too, because a woman that's out of control is a dangerous woman.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, communication is the key to me.
Right.
And whatever it is that's going on, it's got to be some kind of communication. You can't effectively communicate, and you really don't know what each other is doing.
Mm-hmm.
Course of a day. You find out things from a conversation that you're around a bunch of other people, and you're going and then here you go, I didn't know that.
Right.
Now that's kind of stuff that's gonna tick me off.
Okay.
Because you're gonna tell me something went out of this house that you're doing, and I'm not aware. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or whatever the case may be, or you're going, whatever the case may be. And I'm hearing it in a group conversation, that's a whole problem for me.
Yeah.
the whole problem. I don't want to hear nothing in no damn group.
Right.
That means you're not effectively communicating with me.
Yeah.
So that's problem anyway.
Right. Very problematic. And you right. And certain things that go on in your household should stay in your household.
Absolutely.
It really should. And all these things go back. You always say, well, what does this have to do with where y'all started at? It's because we're all products of our teaching.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't be taught right and act wrong, or taught wrong and act right, you got to be taught right to act right. And you see,
Yeah, it's, and I also believe that just because you may have came from a broken home, even if you came from a home that, you didn't see this kind of structure, you didn't see, this politeness, or you didn't see how to treat a woman. When you get that woman that you really love or you like and you want to hang out with, at this point, with a guy like, I got to figure this out.
right.
Or I'm going to lose this chick. So are they doing that, or they just kind of going on their, day like, I don't know,
Right.
and I'm just going to act accordingly, and you're going to look up and girl gone.
A lot of young men are saying now that they're not being taught certain things. But here's my question then: are you willing to be taught something?
Right.
That,
Even if they wasn't taught, my thing is, how would you not know, even though it wasn't taught, how would you not know to just go ahead and open the door for that young lady if you really like that young lady? How would you not know? How come your instincts just don't, like, your light bulb don't go off that, okay, let me treat her this way? Even if it wasn't done in my house, and I wasn't taught that. How come you just can't just figure this out? So you're telling me these guys just can't figure this out?
if they don't have a model, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to figure out.
But they see other people in public doing this.
Okay.
You see it. You got to be somewhere in this universe where you see a man treating a woman with some freaking respect.
Okay. Let me make this analogy. How long is this little sofa table? We both see it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you can take an educated guess.
4 feet.
Okay, and I can take an educated guess. But the key is we see it,
Mm-hmm.
but do we really know the concept or know what the actual standard is? We don't know the standard until we get out the measuring tape and actual measure. And so what I'm saying, AK, is that a guy can see something, but until he understands that is the universal standard, he's not going to do it. He's not going to adapt to it. And that goes back to what Will said. We had standards because, again, other guys would teach other guys the standard. We've stopped teaching what the standard is. And so now everybody is playing by their own rule book and thinking that they're actually in the game when they're not.
All I can tell these ladies is there are things that you desire, that you have to have, that you want. You better put it out before you get too close to that knucklehead then.
Yeah.
Because one or two things going to happen. He going to get with the program or not.
Yep. And don't wait till you have a baby by and then you want to try to, all of a sudden you want to try to change the program.
Yeah.
Program is down the street by now, because once you have gotten into that long-term commitment, because now you guys are connected for the next, really for it's supposed to be a lifetime, but at least for the next 18 years,
Mm-hmm.
you guys have that child
Right.
in common.
Right.
And so that makes you all connected into such a time. So to try to go back to change somebody, and we all do this. We come into certain relationships
Mm-hmm.
with the delusion of grandiose thought that we're going to change people. Sometimes you can,
That's not going to happen.
and sometimes you can't. If the person wants to be changed, they're coming in there and saying, you know what? I seem like I got a good woman here. Let me find out and talk to her. Maybe there's some insight that she can give me, or give me a real assessment. And then you go talk to people that you see are doing these things. I had the you know, the fortune to see men. You know, I saw men that went to work,
Mm-hmm.
even if they were cutting the grass.
Mm-hmm.
My grandmother's one of her call my stepfather, whatever. You know, he would make me go and cut grass. He'd make me clean up the church and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. You know, working with my hands and also teaching me, okay, men get out and do things. I was seeing them out on a Saturday up under the car. You know, here's a man that was an amputee,
Oh wow.
and it was nothing that stopped him from doing anything really. You know, he'd get up under that Dodge in a minute and over in that hood or whatever, and you saw all the men doing that. So now we seeing models of men out here being men, and the ladies, you know, I'm not saying this in a negative way, but you saw women, you know, taking care of the house. Some of the women work, but they work together to build something. That's where I was going with that. You know, you got to work together.
Yeah. You would think.
Yeah, you would think.
You would think.
But you got a lot of these guys, they come in, they build, and they want to build on you, you know, like they see you successful, your own business, you independent, everything. Oh, let me do with that sister right there because she got it going on. So, you know, I ain't got to do a whole lot.
I'll be damned.
But that's the mindset of a lot of
Yeah.
guys,
You
unfortunately.
rolling up on the wrong chick. If you roll up on the right chick with that mindset,
Right.
you're gonna be rolling out the front door.
And as well as you should. And again, it goes back to women having standards. But if the
Mhm.
woman don't know what the standard is, how can she tell him that's not acceptable for me if she don't know?
You know, I just believe there's some desperate women that will
Okay.
put up with whatever.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think there's some desperate women to be with somebody,
Just to say they got
just to
somebody.
say they have somebody.
Ooh, girl, that's
You
a
know,
whole
there's
other
a
subject. ain't it?
date night. You know,
Right.
he's coming over to the house tonight. We want to have some lunch or whatever the case may be. And if you know, don't ever. And I'm not telling. Well, I wouldn't just don't ever be in a desperate state where you feel like you have to have a mate.
Right.
No, you don't.
So
You don't even need the headache when you know he's a piece of crap.
just to have
Just to
somebody
say I
in.
have a man.
Right. And you're right. There are a lot of women, unfortunately, that will accept the lower than standard
Yeah.
just to say they got somebody they can ride around in their car. You know, um, I look at that little baby boy. You're out working. He riding her car. He and took her car and put rims on it and
Mhm.
everything. And then she's standing out there looking crazy when you don't show. And I just saw this AK last week.
Oh yeah.
Yes, girl calling. She get loud all on the phone because he not there.
Mm.
And he in her car.
See.
In her car.
See.
You know, I think we touched on it. And then the level of that relationship was that he didn't respect her. And
Clearly.
yeah, he didn't respect her. Because she called him 4 times. 4 times. He didn't, evidently he didn't apologize. He didn't say, I'm sorry, anything,
Sorry.
He
How
like,
he was.
yeah, he told
With
her,
her car.
he said, I'm busy. Because she said, what do you mean you busy? I'm stuck out here. I done got off work. You telling me you busy? You don't care enough about me to come get me? No. He showed you that. He showed you.
Yeah.
Who was that? Byron Angelo that said people will show you. I'm trying to remember. Y'all, you buy Angelo, people say, believe what a person show you, something like that. I got that kind of, I'm quoting it
When
wrong.
they show you who they are,
Believe.
believe it.
Yep, there you go.
when they show you who they are, believe it.
Believe. Yep.
You know, it's not, a lot of people dismiss it, and all of us at some point has dismissed some stuff.
Right.
And we saw the red flags, and we dismissed all of us.
Right.
I'm sure all of us. And but you know, you start getting to a point where you ain't dismissing a damn thing at this point.
You're right.
I mean, enough is going to be enough, because at some point, and the other thing that ladies, don't try to buy no love from a guy.
Ooh.
Don't do that. Don't start opening up your pocketbooks trying to buy no kind of love, thinking you're gonna take care of some guy off the bat because you dating. Don't do that. Don't do that. And if he allows you to do that, that's going to really tell you about him.
Setting yourself up for a fall. You're right. You know.
Don't try to buy no love from no guy. From not nail guy.
And you know, it's okay to do some occasional things, but if you got
I'm
to
talking
get
about off the bat of dating.
off that date,
I'm talking about off the bat. I know some women.
so second date, you went out and brought him a Rolex.
No, you. I see where you're going with this.
Yeah.
But it's just that off the bat, and you're starting to date someone, and it's just been a few weeks or a couple of months. Don't go outside buying no. Don't do that.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of women
Don't do that. It's okay to say, babe, I'm gonna take you to lunch.
Right.
And you pay for lunch. I'm not saying don't do that.
Right.
But I'm saying you didn't got groceries in the house, and you didn't went and put his clothes in the damn cleaners, and you didn't pay for all of this, and it's 3 weeks in a damn relationship. Hell no, don't do none of that. None of that. What are you smiling for? You about to tell us story.
No,
What the hell just happened?
I didn't say nothing.
No, it's something behind that whole smirk. So you had some girl doing that, putting groceries in your house,
I
put the
cannot.
clothes in the cleaners.
I was staying with my mom, so she didn't have to bring.
Here it is, 2-3 weeks in a relationship. Ladies, don't do that. Don't do none of that.
I plead the fifth.
And if he allows you to do that, he's a piece of crap.
Oh damn! I guess I was a piece of crap back then. I thought it was just her being kind.
Being kind of my ass. You wanted her to do it. That's why you laughing. Yeah.
I didn't ask.
So, something that you just didn't want to pay for. Do you allow in a newly relationship, and here it is, she put groceries in the house and buying stuff and picking up cleaners, and I got it. I got hell.
She said she wanted to show me how much she loved me.
Not in 2-3 weeks of meeting her. No, she not. She didn't say no mess like that to
Yes,
you.
she did.
Then she about a fool.
Probably
That's
so.
that's a straight fool, okay? Because how she love you in 2-3 weeks of a relationship?
Well, there's a couple of different ways, but we won't get away. This is a PG
That's
show.
lust. That's not love. That's lust.
Because some of y'all can get bamboozled quick.
Mm-mm.
Now let me say this. Let's go back to the original thing about the health. Because you women do the same thing sometimes.
What?
If you all see an attractive dude, y'all gonna be very helpful to the dude. Say if you working in a retail store and the attractive dude come in, a lot of females, not saying necessarily you, they will make it their business to go in and try to assist him to get whatever. But let the homely brother come in there, and they ain't gonna pay him no attention. Why? Same standards. Just like we were talking about, if that lady hadn't been older, because we're not excusing the behavior, but if she had been younger and had had the Betty Boop booty, it would have been no man over there. That woman, she could have just could have been walking to the car with the tent, and somebody been standing in the place. You need me to help? I'm just guys. If I'm lying, y'all, somebody call in right now. Let me put the number back up here because somebody go tell the truth.
It.
Yep.
Help is help. Doesn't matter what she have on.
I'll tell you right now, not in the mind of a man. I'm telling the secret
Something
right
wrong
now.
with y'all.
Okay.
Something wrong with y'all.
Y'all, again, I just said they're double standards. You all do the same thing. Again, a brother can be struggling trying to find a tie, getting ready to go to a funeral, and if he an ugly brother, he ain't gonna get no help. None. And if y'all want to put that test of theory, go to Dillard's. Send an attractive brother in there and send a homely brother in there and see who get the attention.
I mean, I've been in stores when I was married and dating someone and I'm looking for something for them for whatever reason. And there's guys that say, well, how does this look? Or how does this? I mean, there's guys that actually have approached me and wanted to know how something looks, or, can you help me find some socks to go with this tie? And you know what I'm saying? Because I'm wearing this color suit. Or whatever the reason, he stopped. He stopped me. But
That's
and nobody's looking at how cute he is or whether or not he was cute or not,
that player move.
or whatever the move was.
Yeah, he's like, okay. And guys would, okay, guys, I'm sorry, man.
These little games
I'm
y'all
gonna
play.
tell the story. Some of us would deliberately go, especially if we know where there are female attendants and some of these stores will go in there intentionally to look for stuff and then see, or either if it's not a woman in there, but maybe a woman shopping or something like that, you know,
Mhm.
it was like, man, can you help me out for a minute? I really don't know how this look. Can you tell me how this look on me? Somebody gonna say amen in a few minutes.
The most I've done is picked out cufflinks,
Okay,
ties, socks.
that's it. That's all she wrote.
Occasionally, if they put a jacket on already, and it's like, how does this look?
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have to put it on? Then you got
No,
brush
you know,
it.
jacket already. I ain't doing none of that.
Okay.
No. I'm not
Whether
doing
you're
none of
married
that.
or not married. Now, if you're single, will you have to put his jacket on?
No,
You're not.
no.
Okay, why not?
For what reason?
I'm saying
Put your own damn jacket on. You asking me a damn question.
yeah, I need your help, you know.
No, you
sometimes-
don't. No, you don't. No,
All right.
you do not.
So, and if you're married, that's definitely a no, right?
Yeah, that's a no.
Okay. Now, what if your husband,
Mhm.
he's over in the shoe store, and this lady said, "Sir, can you help me with my shoe? Can you help me put my shoe on because the salesperson not around right now? Then you'll help." If he helps her, if he did wrong,
Mm-hmm. Problem.
you said problem.
Problem. If the little old lady helped the little old lady put shoes on.
Okay. But the sister looked like, damn. So you better stay way over
She
there. Huh?
better have some kind of something going on wrong with her. Something better be wrong with her. You have to put some shoes on. I probably wouldn't trip off of that. That just would be me.
Okay.
If he helped her or not. I wouldn't. I probably wouldn't trip off it
Okay.
if she was really struggling. And a lot of times, we can tell whether or not somebody's struggling.
So she said.
So
that
you
with
better
that-
go ahead and
with
pick
that
your
little short
battles
skirt
with your
on.
wife. Okay, just pick your battle with your wife or your significant other when you go do that.
So
That's
she
all
said
I'm
that with
saying.
that short skirt on, and the legs all greased up.
If she can have a short skirt on with her greased up legs, or her hands can be deformed, or something can be going on, and she's struggling.
But she's
That's
not.
a whole difference. That's a difference. That's why I said something better be wrong. with her.
Oh, okay, I got you. She better have some type of
Something better be
Oh.
going on.
for him to run over there.
All I tell you,
He-
pick your battles with your wife.
He didn't walk over there. He ran over there.
Oh, whatever. Then you run. Just pick your battles with your wife
Yeah,
or your significant other.
true. You're right. You better understand. But again, it goes back to what signal are you sending?
Then let me ask you this,
All
because
right.
this has happened, and
baby, start
and it went over my head.
Okay.
Like I'm dating someone, or even if I was married to someone, and my husband or my boyfriend or whatever you want to call him pays for our item that we have.
Okay.
So he's paying. There's a female behind the register, and then once he gets his receipt, he goes, "Thank you, hon," or "Thank you, baby." Is that appropriate for him saying those three words when he's saying actually just saying thank you, but he uses the word baby or hun?
You better know your wife because that could be an issue. You
I
know,
agree.
You better know because down south everybody say "hon," "baby" and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But if you not down south, then not try it. Because that is again, you sending a signal. You trying to see either if she's gonna bite or if she's gonna give you a look or something like that when you use that term of endearment.
Mhm.
So yeah.
I know a lot of guys who do that.
Yeah. And
I've dated two who did
okay.
that all the time.
Well, then that might be part of their personality, to do that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, the question is it right or is it wrong? Should we as women correct it, or just like let it go?
I think
Because he just walked off with you, so
that, ooh, that's a deep one. Because again, it's going to depend on that woman's security and insecurity, and knowing her man. If she knows her man is just saying that out of like a kind gesture and moving on, then I'm sure most women won't trip on that.
don't trip on it. Yeah,
But if he making some extra conversation,
right.
then yeah, that's probably.
Neither guy made an extra conversation. They just took the receipt, they said it, moved on. So I didn't really think nothing of it, but I noticed it was done though.
Now did he look at that receipt and kind of like look at her name so you remember her name? Come back in.
Nope, took the bag and just.
Okay. That was probably
Yeah,
again,
whether he came back the next day, I don't know. But I'm just saying what happened at that moment.
I think in certain cases you have to stay away from certain things because again, say if that young lady took that in the wrong way,
Yeah.
and now she's thinking, oh, he didn't care about his woman. I'm gonna, evidently he want to holler at me, and whether she see him or not, she could take that again in the wrong way.
Right.
Same way with women saying certain things to guys. You cannot always say, "Got huh, baby," or whatever. Because some of those guys are going to take that as an invitation. It happens more times than not. And even, when I do what I do for you here, women say that all the time. And I keep that right where it is, which is, whether they, and I know when they're trying to be flirty and when they're not.
All right.
And either way, when they say it, I'm keeping it in that professional realm.
You always do.
And you really have to. And one, you want to respect your significant other, and two, you don't want to get in that position where you're leading somebody on.
So you've never done that, I'm assuming.
What's that?
You never said, huh? After when you pay for something, they hand you a receipt, and you're saying thank you.
My gesture is going to be, now that I'm married, it's pretty much going to be said thank you, appreciate that. Unless I know you or something like that, like, thank you, I appreciate that there. That's just,
Right.
how we roll because here could be your mom, your sister, whatever.
Right.
If I'm coming and I don't know you from, Alexandria, I need to keep that. There's certain things, certain cool and decorum we need to keep, in line. Everything.
So do hun sound better than baby?
I go with hun more so than baby. Baby is the one term that should be relegated to your situation. You don't run around calling your baby because I'm like, oh, so that's your baby.
I agree.
I tell you what, you and your baby go on then. Yeah, for real.
Okay.
There's certain pet words and phrases it don't go outside the relationship. Real. I'm going, what's up, Shawty? Yeah, because Shawty is a word to me. You trying to connect with that. I can call my wife Shawty because she's Shawty.
Let me ask you this: do you think it's appropriate that if you own a business and you have multiple clients, and you specifically ask this one particular girl to have lunch, or this girl's like, something, you finished with your shift, we're shutting down, let's go grab something to eat.
If there are other females there,
Nope.
It's just you and her, and you got a business. First of all, that's a sticky situation because you are the boss, and then you're having a relationship or going out with somebody that's your employee.
Just an innocent lunch or innocent breakfast.
That's still a slippery slope.
That's slippery, right?
Yeah, a slippery slope. Yeah, I think that. And there is a scripture, and some of y'all think when it talks about be careful that you're your well doing or your good doing is not evil spoken of.
Mm.
In other words, you can have the best intention in the world, but it's sometimes how it's perceived by somebody. And that's the key, AK, that I'd say, and I want to stay here for just a minute. You might think it's all fun and game, but somebody else can see that and read it totally different.
Oh yeah.
And so
Yeah.
you want to make sure that you don't do anything or give. I always say, I used to tell my son all that, don't give somebody a bat to beat you.
I
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. And a lot of times we give people
Mhm.
stuff to use against us.
Mhm.
Maybe in our minds it was all innocent, it didn't mean anything,
Mhm.
but how again, what signal did you send? Not only to that person,
Right.
but the other people around.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta be mindful.
Yeah.
Have to be mindful.
Yep.
I'm agreeing with you on that.
But
That's all I got.
I mean, we've unpacked a lot, we really have. And again, uh, in closing, guys, we got to, like I said, help
Gotta
is
do
help.
better, man.
Help,
Go on.
help is help, and it shouldn't be based on, again, whether somebody, how somebody looks or, all that kind of stuff. If somebody's struggling with something, you know, uh, if we can help them out,
And that didn't even go through my mind when I saw all of this. That you saying how that person looked. I just looked at it. It was just help.
Right.
I did it until you said this today. That never even crossed my mind of how the person should look, or how they would have looked, or did look, or didn't look, or whatever the case may be. That didn't even cross my mind until you said it today. Help is help. That's all I
And-
saw.
Right. But if men were to be honest and strap out your lie detector test and say, if you show them two pictures and ask them which one you're more likely to help, 9 times out of 10, if they said, "Oh, I'm gonna help this lady who is not the most attractive one," they probably gonna be lie detector probably gonna blow up.
Yeah. All I know is these guys that moving slow and helping somebody when you see that someone needs help.
Right.
That could have been your girlfriend. That could have been your wife in any situation. Whether she failed, could have a hard time getting up, whatever the case may be. She was stuck in a hole. I don't know. And no one helped your wife. No one helped your woman. No one helped your mama. Just remember that when next time when you didn't want to help somebody else.
I got one little caveat to this because I'm reluctant to stop on the side of the road.
Oh, anybody thinks that on the side
Yeah,
of the road.
if I don't care what she could be, Halle Berry, I'm not stopping. I might, I'll probably be reluctant to even call and let down my window because there's been too many cases where people have been,
Mhm. Maybe a whole setup. You just
Yeah.
don't know.
exactly.
Yeah. So side of the road is totally different when you're in public and there are multiple people,
Right. Now, you're right.
50, 60 people sitting around
Yep.
watching something.
Yep.
That's a problem for me.
Exactly.
That's a problem for me. That's what I'm talking about. This could be your mama, your wife, your woman. That could have been, somebody that's close to you, and she's coming home because nobody will help.
You're right. There's just certain common sense things. And just like Saturday, this lady, she got all these drinks. She's trying to open up the door.
Mm-hmm.
That was my job.
Right.
But common sense told me that, go help her to,
Mhm.
bring those drinks in. There's
Right.
just certain things it should be automatic.
Automatic.
Yeah.
You shouldn't even have to think twice about it.
Right. You're right. It's automatic. But unfortunately, we see that it's not.
Exactly. And those are the type of men I don't want to be around. I don't even want to know you. And damn, I'm glad I ain't married to you right here. Because that shit is not even acceptable.
Yeah.
Period. It's not acceptable. Because if you see somebody in public like that, how you treating your wife at home? How you treating your woman at home? Your girlfriend at home? How you treat your woman at home?
I'm saying what you see your woman struggling, trying to bring something in the house. You sit there and you still flicking the remote. Like you said, she about to fall out, come to the door, trying to move some heavy item, and you just sit there. And there are some real marriages like that. Woman, now again, we talked about this before. I won't know we're gonna go, but there's some women that like to get outside and like to do things, play grass or whatever, and but it should be because she has to.
Mm-hmm.
That never should be the case. Whether you got a son, if you women got grown freaking sons in the house and they won't cut the grass and you having to do that because not because you enjoy doing that, but because these cowboys are so lazy and you allow them, you don't say nothing. Like if you don't get your black butt up and go, and cut this grass, or you get your little black butt out of here.
Mm-hmm.
But some of y'all cuddle these ninjas, these ninjas, and then you wonder why they grew up to be sorry AZZ men.
And you're right.
So
Don't know how to do nothing.
nothing. Can't change a light bulb. Seriously.
We don't want nothing like that.
Couldn't get itself out of a paper bag if the bag was open.
I don't even care if your favorite football game is on the TV. If I'm coming home with about 10 bags of groceries, every last one of them grocery bags gonna be in the car when I pull in the driveway.
Yep.
And I'm calling, babe, I'm in the driveway.
Right.
Not come out. I don't care what you watching. Not come out. Butter pecan ice cream that you told me to get. it's gonna be milk because it's gonna stay in the driveway. So
that shouldn't even be a thought. That just be automatic. Okay, she'll pull up. I know she mentioned groceries.
Exactly.
Let me go out here and get these groceries.
And then at least help. I don't mind bringing some grocery bags in. Don't get me wrong. But I'm not bringing 10 grocery bags in when I had to put 10 in the damn car.
Nope. I mean, I got my foot sitting up on the coffee table.
Watch the bag off football
And I'll
game.
ask you,
This is a whole problem
did you
for
bring
me.
my beer?
Exactly.
Yep.
That's a whole problem for me.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
And
Well,
if I don't ever find a man that's going to treat me the way I want to be treated, I'll stay single and happy.
Okay.
Because I will not date that type guy.
y'all heard it here. Right on Let's Talk Tuesday.
Yeah.
From the lady herself. So don't y'all come in there with that shenanigans.
Know your worth. And when you know your worth, don't ever be desperate for a man. You don't even have to be desperate to say, oh, I need to go find me a man. I'm not doing none of that. I've been single for a long time.
And I'm going to say something to you, brothers.
I'm
Some of
telling you.
y'all
I'm good.
some of y'all desperate for women,
Mm-hmm.
and you allow yourself to be treated any kind of way.
Any kind of way.
Don't get in that situation. Stand up, roll you some kahunas, and understand. Not saying be nasty or whatever, but just communicate. Look, I'm a man.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be treated a certain type of way,
Mm-hmm.
and if you can't do that, kick rocks and get on.
You got that on.
You know,
Period.
kick rocks. That, like I said, that goes for both sides.
Yeah. Yeah,
Some of
absolutely.
y'all coming in a little late right now in the conversation. We talking about women being women, men being men, especially men being men, and doing the right things automatically. Automatic.
Without thinking.
Yep.
Without anybody saying anything.
Yep.
Half the time.
We need to have that song, Tyrone.
Yeah.
You got to pay for your. You got to pay your way and your homeboy's way.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes your cousin's way.
I
Doing none of that.
think we can end on that one. That was a pretty good thing with the end on that. See, you ain't doing all that.
No, I'm not doing
Yeah.
that. And I'm not saying it's not, not okay to occasionally buy stuff. And I'm not saying none of that.
Right.
Just don't be moving too fast.
Mhm.
Don't throw all them eggs in that basket before they get rotten on you. Just don't do it so quickly. And there's a lot of things you should not just do, period.
Right.
At all, ever.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna close out saying, guys, understand what the standard is and operate according to the standard.
Right.
And ladies, teach your young men while they're young boys how to treat a woman, what to expect, and quit babying these boys.
Mm-hmm.
You all are babying, and what we're seeing right now, temper tantrums out here in the street. They can't get their way, they're gonna fight, they're gonna shoot somebody. Why? Because they can't control their emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Because little Johnny was running around the house, didn't want to keep his diaper on, didn't want to sit down anywhere. You didn't correct him then. And now he's out here in the streets, he's in these schools, and he doesn't want to control his own behavior. Yeah, he's wilding out now. So, anyway, great conversation tonight. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So, do you think we're gonna end it? We're gonna end it.
Okay.
'Cause I'm hungry. You should be eating this late. But do you think that there are some women that have to teach men how they want to be treated?
Yes. Yeah. You all have to set those boundaries and not allow yourselves to be treated any kind of way.
Mm-hmm. And if you feel like they're not teachable, they got to go.
Yeah.
They got to go. They're not teachable. And you can see that it's just things that you desire and that you would like in your presence, and it's not happening. And you're communicating this, and it's still not happening, and you're communicating, and it's not happening. This is a problem.
Yeah. Yep.
This is a problem. And all you women who walk around here saying, I don't need no man to do this, I don't need no man to do that, keep on with that mess if you want to. And when he starts treating you a different kind of way, because he's thinking that you don't need these things,
right?
That you don't want this kind of respect from me. I mean, if he wants to open the door, let him open the damn door and keep your mouth shut. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta teach.
Just keep your mouth shut, because when you stop him from doing those things and he don't do it anymore, trust me, you're gonna start being treated a way that's gonna be so disrespectful, and then you're gonna start blowing up at him. And he already was like, look, I'm trying to do what I'm supposed to do on my end. Your ass ain't let me. And some guys would roll with it, and they would take it to another level. When they take the shit to another level, don't say nothing, because you in your mouth.
Yeah.
Just let him do what he's supposed to do as a man and a gentleman and a husband. Let him do.
On that note, she said it all. All I'm gonna do is say, whatever comes from the heart reaches the heart. Let somebody know how much you care about them before it's everlasting too late. Tomorrow is our promise, neither is the next minute. So with all this chaos and foolishness and how we treat each other, AK, as we close, people think it's going to be the line that's going to get them in trouble. It's going to be all those things will. But there's two things that God said will really be the thing that I judge you all on, is how you love God, and then how you love each other,
right?
Treat each other.
Right.
So if you treat people right, I ain't saying you got to bend over and kiss butt and all that kind of stuff, but treat people how you want to be treated, and you should be pretty good. Yep. All right, everybody, y'all have a good night. Love you all. Appreciate you. Come back next Tuesday and see what we up to. Because I guarantee you, we're gonna have some more.
Yeah. We see y'all next week on Let's Talk Tuesday. Let's talk about it. All right, Cruz, you ready? You ready to roll?
The first thing that you need to do is to make sure you get yourself to as safe place as you can. Find yourself a competent attorney who practices in personal injury and will understand some of the things that you're going through. And as I tell people, for 33 years I've been doing this. I've had my own accident. So I would like to be one of those individuals that they would interview so I can at least try to find out how I can best help them myself.